Yes, everybody. So a loophole has potentially been found in this new federal hemp ban in the USA, and that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit today. Just a quick shout out to everybody who's joined us so far. See Adam Bomb in the chat, B Creeper who mentioned they are already late to start. No, we start at 4:20 because this is the 4:20 news, everybody. Which means you should be consuming in some way that you prefer to consume, whichever way is your favorite, of course. We also have Marcus Paris in the chat. Big Smirking, big shout out to Big Smirking. What's up, bro? Martial Artist is here. Old Man is here. John Colton just dropped in. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on the 420 News today. We have one news article to cover because that's what we do on the 420 News. We also have a live show on Sundays where we discuss 5 or 6 different news articles from around the world. So if you want more news, make sure you come and join us for our live streams. That's every Sunday on this YouTube channel, which you should be subscribed to. That's youtube.com/high-on-homegrown, and that's at 6 p.m. GMT, 1 p.m. Eastern, that's 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific. So come and join us live every Sunday on this channel right here. But for today, let's talk about this dodgy news article from MJ Biz. Is that MJ BizCon? MJ Biz Daily? We'll find out when I press this button here. Look, it's there. Yeah, MJ Biz Daily. This is from this. Why the federal hemp THC ban is bad news for cannabis genetics. And of course, yes, it is bad news. It is definitely not good news. It's a damn shame. It's going to set things back quite a bit. But there is a loophole, allegedly, that they can work their way around. A quick shout out there to Operation Annihilation. Thanks for joining us. Everybody hit that like button and subscribe if you can. That would be very cool. But let's take a closer look at this article here. The bill ushering in a federal hemp THC prohibition that President Donald Trump signed into law last week also spells trouble for the trade in marijuana genetics. Marijuana seeds, that's right, marijuana, because that's how we like to say it sometimes, once considered legal by the US Drug Enforcement Administration, also became federally illegal in November 26. Well, it will become illegal in November 2026. They got a whole year to sort out their stuff before this happens. And just in case you don't know from what we've gathered so far, because we discussed this briefly on the show on Sunday, it's been, they wanted to open the government because the government was closed for like 40 days. And then there was a bill that needed to be passed. So some Republicans like slipped in a little bit of a sneaky bill, like, oh, quick, pop that in there. Because now they have to put that in and sign the government. So I'm hoping, and it's just, this is just my opinion, maybe over the next year there's going to be some stuff that happens that overrules this and undoes it. Because it's just a ridiculous thing for it to take place in the first place. This shouldn't be happening, but unfortunately it is. So it's going to affect lots of companies. So maybe it will change within the next year. Got fingers crossed, but it might not. So it's best to prepare for the worst. But anyway, as we were saying here, marijuana seeds, once considered legal by the U.S. the DEA, also became federally illegal in November 26 if they produce plants above a 0.3% THC threshold, attorney Jason Addlestone warned. Seeds from high-THC genetics, including THCA, and just in case you don't know, THCA is THC, it's just a decarboxylated version. So it's like all cannabis plants when they are growing have THC on them. They don't have THC. That happens when it's decarboxylated. Well, it might have a little bit, but the majority is THCA. And when it's smoked or decarboxylated, then it turns into THC. So it's just semantics. Now, seeds from high THC genetics, including THCA, that were previously legal to trade will become federally illegal marijuana, he wrote in a recent blog post. The implications for international seed trades are immediate and severe. And very true, very true. I've already had some emails from seed banks, I won't say who I don't know, they are very concerned about this and concerned about their own personal security as well. It's a damn shame. And it's not just US companies, it's people outside of the US that are going to be affected by this as well. There's a subtitle here, Hemp THC ban to create trouble for cannabis pheno hunts. As MJ Biz Daily has reported, many cultivars, just reading it completely wrong. I'll start again. As MJ Biz Daily has reported, many cultivators in the $32 billion regulated legal cannabis industry still favor seeds when developing genetics for flower, the most popular products category for retailers. Many seed banks and other providers of cannabis genetics advertise their wares online and offer interstate shipping, in some cases international. That's in part because of the 2022 DEA determination communicated in a 2022 letter to California attorney Omar Figueroa. This is a strange name to have. That cannabis seeds, tissue culture, or other genetic material meet the federal definition of hemp. However, last week's spending bill excludes from the new federal definition of hemp viable seeds from a plant that produces flower with 0.3% or more total THC, including tetrahydrocannabinolic. Wow. Okay. Tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, THCA. Wow, that's different. I don't usually say that, but this is where the interesting bit comes in, everybody. Thank you, John, for your support there. You can do it, Macky. Thank you, John. I appreciate the support. One loophole closes, but another opens. So take a look at this. The hemp THC ban tucked into the spending bill is the communation. I can't read today. If you want to hear me read better, fuck you, John, 3 out of 10. If you want to hear me read better, join me on Sunday when we can get a little bit lubricated with a bit of whiskey and cannabis. But it's a bit too early for me to consume right now. I've still got things to do today, so I have to not do it. But anyway, culmination of a lengthy effort to close the so-called hemp loopholes in the 2018 Farm Bill that's led to a rise of the $28.3 billion hemp industry. That's crazy. Popular products like hemp-derived THC beverages, as well as gummies and THCA flower, are set to become subject to enforcement, though it's still unclear what action authorities will take. The new rule takes effect on November 13th, giving the industry a year to adjust. And this is where I just want to jump in here. It doesn't give the industry a year to adjust. It gives the industry a year to do something about it. I don't care about no loopholes that might be there. As it said here, this is a $28 billion industry. Are you telling me all these motherfuckers don't want to get together? We have the internet. We have the ability to all get together, communicate with each other, and tell these people, no, we're not going to play these silly games with you. This industry is fine. It's doing well. It gives people lots of jobs, and it brings in lots of money and tax revenue, and we are not going to play these silly games with you. What's it called? Refute the bill? Take the bill out? This certain section of the bill needs to be removed. It's simple as that. Stop playing silly games. Stop passing bullshit laws that we did not fucking ask for. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asked for this. They're just going to lift up the pile of paper, stick a little bit of a bill in there and be like, oh, you can't find it now, just sign it. It's what the fuck? You know what I'm saying, Adam? He's getting tuned up now. It's just ridiculous, mate. It's ridiculous. There is enough people here to stand up against this, and everybody just got to lay down and fucking take it? I don't think so, man. You all need to... I'm in the UK. It's fucked here. Yes, I know. It's a bit hypocritical to go on, stand up and do this, but you guys have more of a chance, man. You guys have more of a chance, and if you just stand up and do something against these people, surely this can be overturned. And that's the word I was looking for earlier. Overturned. Sorry. Back to the article. You all got me worked up there. The new rules take effect on November 13th, giving the industry a year to do something about it. Advocacy groups are pushing Congress to replace the restrictions with a regulatory framework that allows hemp products under strict guidelines. No, leave it as it is. Don't be like, don't be so harsh on us, please. No, tell them you're not playing the silly games. But Addleston added, there's yet another loophole. While marijuana seeds will no longer be considered hemp, Congress left out 2 key forms of genetics that may still be permitted in interstate and international commerce, he posted on LinkedIn. And just a little bit to add on the end there. This is in quotation marks, the new legislation targets viable seeds but appears silent on tissue cultures and clones. That leaves the door open for breeders to still carry on trade in marijuana genetics should the ban take effect. So there we go. There is a slight loophole in it, obviously, as we can see here. So maybe they're going to just start sending hemp. I say hemp because the plants are not. They don't contain the THC until they start flowering. So it's going to be less than 0.3% plant matter. So maybe they're going to start shipping clones around interstate commerce. You know what I mean? Because this is the problem. If it's federally illegal, it's like California can have it. You know, New York can have it, but you can't send from New York to California because it's crossing straight lines. That becomes a federal crime. Then it's all bullshit. You know, it's ridiculous how they put all these stupid rules in place. Not just in the USA, same problems in Canada, same problems in the UK. We all have these silly rules that the government put in place, which we did not ask for. You know what I mean? And hopefully. And I'm hopeful. I think something can be done about it. I don't think the people in the USA are just going to take this line down. I think there's going to be companies right now. It's only been a week since this has really passed. And it's going to be a year until it's actually enforced. So there's plenty of time for people to get together and do something about this. And hopefully they will. Because we've all seen what's been going on in the USA over the last few years. You know, since 2018. And there's been a lot of changes in genetics, a lot of good work being done, and all that has to stop now because some fools want to try and slip in slimy fucking laws that people are not supposed to notice. It reminds me, it's like, have you seen, there's a meme out there, a little YouTube video, a reel, whatever they want to call them, a TikTok, a Snap, whatever they want to call them nowadays, right? Where this kid finishes his test, he's doing an exam in the class, and all the kids have walked up to the front of the class and handed in their papers, and he's run out of time, but he's still doing the exam. He finishes the exam, walks up to the front, and the teacher's like, oh no, it's too late. You can't finish the exam. And the kid's like, do you even know who I am? The teacher's like, no. So then the kid lifts up half the fucking exam papers, slips his in the middle, and puts it back down. It's like, well, the guy don't know who he is, so he can't flick through the stack of papers and pull out the specific one. You know what I mean? It just reminds me of that. They had this spending bill that they closed the government for. The government needed to be reopened. And as a result, they slip in this bill. For what reason? Nobody asked for it. They just want to ruin people's fucking day. It must be from the alcohol lobby or something. Allegedly. I'm not making any allegations here. But what reasoning do they have to add this to it? It's ridiculous. Nobody's asked for it. And it makes you wonder as well, and I mentioned this on the show on Sunday. We know about this one because we're interested in cannabis. So we know about this specific law that's going to affect cannabis consumers. But what else was slipped in there that we don't know about yet? That will show up at some point. You never know, man. These crooked politicians, they're all playing these silly games. Oh, my God. Yeah, anyway, I won't rant about that very much. But this is what I wanted to just bring to your attention today. Though there are some changes to the rules coming, there's still some loopholes left open. So it's not exactly the end of the line just yet. I hope everybody can fight against it and do something about it. But you just got to be hopeful, you know? Do something about it, people in the USA. But anyway, that's it for now. That's just the article I wanted to bring today. I did see another one that I wanted to bring, but I won't do two in one because it's just supposed to be one news story each. But it was a funny one. I might bring it next time. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the 420 news series so far. This was episode 5. So go and check out those previous episodes. No hope, just rebellion. Maybe that is the hope we need. Yeah. So yeah, that's maybe what it is. Evening, Billy. Welcome, Billy. Yeah, and what's that? The newly law specifically mentions viable seeds from high THC and classified as marijuana, but does not address tissue culture or clones. That's it. That's the thing. Yeah, they do not address tissue culture or clones because realistically, these people passing the laws have no fucking idea what they're doing. They don't know anything about cannabis. Otherwise, they would have included that. Like, oh, we should really include clones. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not really banned, is it? And this is why there's the Farm Bill loopholes in the first place. It's because the people passing these laws have got no fucking idea what they are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's like they even have the ability to go out there and ask actual experts what they should do. But they don't. And that's why we're in this state in the first place, with all these politicians passing laws that they have no idea about. And it just makes everything worse. Ridiculous. Any would be illegal because only legal if grown as hemp. Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. But they specify it with the seeds in this new update, but they don't specify it when it comes to clones. But yeah, any seed that could potentially make cannabis that's over 0.3% THC would be deemed as illegal. But they don't make that specification when it comes to tissue culture and clones. And these specifications need to be made. That's where the loopholes are. You know, so it's a way around it. So things could still happen. There's plenty of seed banks in the USA that are actually selling clones. So, man, it's not the end of the world. You know, they can still do something. But just think of the effect this is going to have on the cannabis industry in the USA. It's crazy. But we'll see if it does take place. We'll see what the changes are. I mean, we're saying now that it's 28.3 billion dollar hemp industry. If this goes ahead this time next year, what we're saying is going to be a 2 billion hemp industry. It's going to take a 90% loss. It's quite likely. That's a lot of money. And when they have ridiculous amount of taxes, let's say 25% taxes on all of this on a 28 billion industry, what's that? Let's say it's about 7 billion, a quarter. Let's say a quarter. I mean, about 7 billion in tax, bro. 7 billion in tax taken away from the government. They're not going to be happy about that. So let's see what happens. I'm still hopeful. It might not. Fuck it. That's a good point. Billy Barnes says there in the chat. Clone banks with spider mites. Yes, imagine that. Oh my gosh. Whole business wiped out because you got the mites in there. Be careful out there, John Carlson. Tax loss is nothing when they control the lot. Very true. Very true. They have other ways to make that money. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, and that's Adam Bomb says that Mitch McConnell took $100,000 from alcohol abuse. Well, allegedly, Adam Bomb, but no, we do know it's true. But we can't say that he passed this bill because he took that money. There's no correlation, is there? There's no correlation at all. No, it's disgusting. It shouldn't be allowed. Need to get money out of politics. Simple as that. But how is that even allowed? That a man is allowed to just take 100,000 from a certain lobby group and then pass a law like this? How is it allowed? Isn't it clear corruption? It's clear to me. I'm sure it's clear to you. But, you know, we have to just say allegedly to make it seem as if we're not accusing people of things that are obviously taking place. Gosh, look, I could sit here and rant about this all day, but I do have a rule that I want to keep these between 10 and 15 minutes long, everybody. But man, join us on Sunday if you want to go on and rant about these news articles a little bit longer, because it is very frustrating. And it's frustrating for me being in the UK, so this doesn't directly affect me. I don't even know how you guys feel in the USA right now. Let me know in the comments. Go rant in the comments. Let me know. Comment on the video and tell me what you think about this bill. Is it good? Is it bad? Are you angry? Are you optimistic? Do you think it's going to take place? Do you think it's going to fail? Let me know, man, because I want to hear from you guys. So in the comments down there, do it and make sure it's a nice, friendly conversation. I know we can disagree on some things, but we can disagree in a polite, respectful manner. So do that if you can. But it's been a good stream. I've enjoyed this one. Nice little conversation with you guys in the chat there as well. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on Sunday for the main cannabis news and events. Have a good weekend, everybody. Stay high, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.